On the 1 year anniversary of Elden Ring, we're doing a little event. We're going to be doing some homemade covenants in the arena and a tournament, PvP tournament, to raise some money for charities. And I made my covenant all around Moog and the family and the Formless Mother. And my build was kind of bumming me out because everything about it was trying to be too cute. And so at a certain point, it stopped being dangerous. You know, it was hard to do regular invasions with this build. It needed something. 20 levels is what it needed. And I might still give it 20 levels. But, man, I have found a thing that helps this build a lot. It's Dragon Claw. This rules. It rules so hard. This build has a lot of arcane and a little bit of faith anyway. So there was no like stat redistribution necessary in order to have Dragon Claw. Once we bleed someone, Lord of Blood's Exaltation gives us a buff, and we have Millicent's Prosthesis on this build, and we're using the Warhawk Talon. So if we hit somebody with that heavy attack, or if we hit them twice with the R1, we proc the buff, and you can see the difference in damage there. We're using the Dragon Communion Seal anyway because it has high arc scaling for spells, and we want that since this is an arc build, essentially. I also went ahead and put Swarm of Flies on the build, which is a spell that I wasn't really feeling it, but I thought I might as well have it. It fits the build, and it gives me something to do, and it is kind of nice for people who are like super passive. The Phantom Great Rune that you get for beating Moog that you can use as an invader, it buffs enemies around you if bleed has been procced on anything, and if those enemies kill a phantom, it refills your health as the invader, like completely refills your health if one of those buffed enemies defeats a phantom. And it buffs the enemies and makes them tougher. It also kind of makes it seem like it makes them more aggressive. I can't like look into the game's files, but it really does feel that like if you buff one of the enemies with that, they will start looking for a fight as opposed to standing around waiting for a fight. That's happened to me on a couple of occasions using that. But yeah, the Dragon Claw, just awesome. Huge damage, hyper armor, and it works well with the talisman that we're casting our spells with, and it works well the damage that we get off of it if we have one of those buffs active. And as a result, this build definitely feels like it's in a better place. I'm also using Stormblade, the Ash of War. It's just so good at pressuring passivity in multiple opponents. Like if you have 2 opponents, 3 opponents, and you can't get anybody to like get in here and fight you, Stormblade essentially acts as like a hey, get in here and fight type thing, and I love that. This invasion right here, this is like an example of an invasion that would have been really difficult for this build before Dragon Claw. But now that we have Dragon Claw, yeah, jump down in here with me. Go ahead and get absolutely high-fived about it. And now it's just 1 versus 1, and my build can be as cute as it wants to be against your average host in Elden Ring. I feel strong enough. I feel good about using a cute build in your average 1v1. I'm probably okay in that situation. Against the 2v1s, the build is a little too cute for its own good. But, in the 1v1 situations, it's fine. The build's going to do great. But now that we have Dragon Claw, we can turn those 2v1 invasions into 1v1 invasions, which is nice. Also, the potential for damage now is just absolutely brutal. I am a fan. I'm actually now considering maybe leaving this build at 60, but I still might take it to 80 just to see what else I can do with it. Because I could give it the Dragon Bite attack as well, and for just a few points of faith. And that thing rules. Look at this. Look at this! Unmitigated aggression. Just non-stop aggression. That's it. We love that, baby. Okay, so here's what the build looks like now. Got the stats rearranged just a little bit. We're using America's Soar Seal, which was a pain to go get at level 60 plus 12 on this build, but you know, it wasn't too bad. I've gotten it on lower level builds than this. I got it on a level 9 plus 3 build one time, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Little update for the Covenant build. The Family Man. Family Man. That's Black Flag. Black Flag had a song called Family Man. It was just Henry Rollins reading poetry, I think, but you know. Okay, anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching it. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Later, y'all.